Mr. Abu Ghazala and Mr. not Ambassador, my colleague, Minister of Sustainable Development of Tunisia. To be honest with you,
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank the ICP and the organizer of this summit, which gives an indication about the cohesion and strained relationship between all the Bsfor countries, and especially those who use it from Europe and Asia. I think that the presentation, PowerPoint presentation, to explain more about the opportunities in the region, especially in Iraq, as a developed country, transfer from common economy to the free economy. I got some figures in my presentation, and I don't know the organizers, please. I gave the presentation. Just to give some figures about, yeah, all right, thank you. Somebody to change it for me, or pointer, or usually nobody expects a minister to give a PowerPoint presentation, but to be honest with you, I do prefer that because I'm a professional manager in project management, construction management before being a minister, because usually ministers just give talks and with no figures. I would like to change this attitude and this if it's work. Yeah, just the Ministry of Construction and Housing usually responsible for all housing, roads, infrastructure, public building, everything in construction in Iraq. We have two housing providers in Iraq, government and private sector, and this map shows how it works in Iraq. I don't want to spend more time in this. We've got our ministry and some private resources as well, banks. We have our budget. Between 2012 and 2015, we allocate more than $7 billion for housing sector only. We have as well a housing fund. It's $1 billion. This we divided into two, more 50% of the $1 billion for mortgage system, which is social mortgage system, interest free. And the other 50% is invest in housing projects, either by ourselves or we help the small, medium-sized investors to invest in housing. We give them soft loans. This is the government of Iraq and how the current housing projects. We have 55 housing projects, 1,000 units each. So for this year, 2012, we started 55 projects, ongoing projects around Iraq. Give us around 50 to 55,000 units. This is just general for anybody like to invest. The general price average in Iraq for each province. So we see Karbala, Najaf, and Basra, Baghdad the highest. The lowest is Diwaniyah, Kirkuk, Diyala. Our housing, national housing policy is to manage the land in a professional way, to give mass production of housing, to finance the housing, and to provide infrastructure for housing projects, housing management, mean after building the housing complexes, we usually have, we used to have problems. Now we are looking for good operational partner to maintain and operate our housing complexes. The material, as you know, we approved some regional material, not just the Western production. We approved Turkish material, some Turkish material as approved construction material, or some Saudi material and United Arab Emirates material. We have a special strategy for slums. We've got some slums, the informal housing. Anybody would like to work with the housing fund, it's two-way, either private investors, we can help them and lend them money to work, or if some private sector in finance would like to finance the fund to increase its capital, and we will lend his money to others under our rule and under our guarantee and security. We try to lead this common and social economy and to transfer our economy towards the liberated and free market. So we are working about on public-private partnership between the public sector and private sector in Iraq and the patronage of the World Bank. We have some state-owned enterprises, which is all ready to go for PPP. These state-owned enterprises or public contractors can offer government support. They have assets, land, machineries. They have knowledge of markets and the local human resources. Will be a perfect local partner. But they need a lot of needs. To be honest, we need management. We need high tech. We need build our capabilities, training, and so. The partnership methodologies, two mainly. One, to legislation number 22, 1979, we reactivated so to get publics get 51% and private 49%. These governmental companies law applies. And we have another legislation number 21 in 1997, which give public 24 and private 76. And this is the private companies law applies on this partnership. Regarding road and bridges, we allocate around $6 billion for next 3 years. So for housing 7, for roads and bridges is 6. So I'm talking about $13 billion in these sectors for next 2 years. The big project we'd like to introduce today is the last part of the Silk Road. The Silk Road, which is starting from Basra down from the port, Iraqi port, up to the Turkish borders. Now we have implemented the first part 20 years ago, and we call the expressway number 1. This to be maintained, and we already finalized the design for this, and we will start maintaining the maintenance process in 2 months. Baghdad ending in Ibrahim al-Khalil on Turkish border. This will limitate the shipping time for goods going from Far East, China, Japan, South Korea to the West. It took around 2 months. If we complete this road and the goods unloaded in Al-Faw or Al-Basra port and then taken by trucks through Iraq, then through Turkey to Europe, it will take, for example, for
to Antwerp port in Belgium, it will take 35 days. So instead of 60 days of shipping time, will be 35. And the first part, which is Baghdad Samarra,